So the first question is, if you could vote, who would you vote for this election?
Biden,
Why?
because I am part of the Democratic Party, of course. Um, and I personally am not quite a fan of Trump and his views. And I'm not a fan of any of his views, actually. And everything he says slash does is awful.
Who would I vote for this election? I would vote for Joe Biden. We've seen the last 4 years from Donald Trump that he's shown, that he only cares about himself and he doesn't care about America as a whole. And that's what a president should care about America as a whole. No matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, no matter what, a president should take care of every American citizen. And Joe Biden in multiple rallies and multiple ads, campaign ads, he said that even if you don't vote for him, even if you're a Republican, he will care for you and he will uphold your right as an American citizen.
If I were to vote, I would vote for the incumbent President Trump because I really love his foreign policy. And for me, when it comes to domestic policy, I love the way he's grown the economy. I love the way the manufacturing jobs have grown under his leadership. And additionally, I'm very scared of the far left that has overtaken mainstream media with riots and destruction of property as of recent times.
Who do you think will win the election this year?
I, from the statistics that show so far, Biden, but I mean, that changes all the time, especially from last time when Hillary was up and then that changed. So I don't want to jinx it, but I want to say Biden.
It's going to be very, very close. I think the election is going to come down to 4 states: Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, and Pennsylvania. And at the end of the day, I personally believe that Trump will end up pulling through by a very small margin because the manufacturing workers in those states, because that is the Rust Belt, that's where the manufacturing jobs are. I think the manufacturing centers are going to end up supporting Trump because he's grown the manufacturing industry so much more.
And what do you think will happen if Donald Trump wins?
I feel like these past 4 years, when he was in office, were definitely difficult, but didn't really get bad till his last year, which is this year. So I feel like that's just going to increasingly get worse and worse throughout his next term if he is elected.
That's a good question as well. That's a very complex question because we really don't know. Donald Trump. The only thing we do know is that I don't think it will be in the best interest for. He won't perform in the best interest for America as a whole. We've seen that continuously with his raising of tax in California, for example. He only really cares, if not about himself, about red states, and that's not America. He should care about blue states and red states, and that's what Joe Biden has shown in multiple ads and his rallies, that he, even if you don't vote for him, he will show up for you and he'll fight for your right as an American citizen. He cares for everyone, no matter if you're a Democrat or Republican.
If Donald Trump wins the election, I believe there will be massive riots immediately after he wins, more so than the George Floyd riots, more so than every riot that we've had since George Floyd's death, including the Breonna Taylor and everything. Because people will just not want to accept the election results. But after that storm gets calm, I believe he will continue what he's been doing. Our foreign policy in regards to that. He's going to respect our allies, but at the same time make them pay for the defense and services that we provide him, while trying to improve relations in the Middle East for our ally Israel, just like he has been doing. And I feel like our economy is bound to grow more under him than a Biden administration.
And do you think that the results of the election will be fair regardless of who wins?
I want to say yes, because I feel like if I go against that, that's a whole different topic. But there there are some iffy factors in the voting process as it is. So no.
Yeah, I think this election, no matter what the outcome is fair. Donald Trump, unfortunately, is making people not believe that the election is fair. We've had multiple vote-in ballot elections throughout the course of polling in America, and very, very slim, small percentage of those elections have, come out with possible unfair, circumstances. But it's proven to be, voting ballots have proven to be a successful thing. And I feel like Trump is bracing for a loss. Trump wants if he's bracing for a loss in the sense that if he loses, he's gonna say it's rigged. If he wins, he's gonna say it's not rigged. Joe Biden, on the other hand, is saying, if I lose, I lose. I'll concede the election. If I win, I win. He has faith in American politics, and that's what I like about Joe Biden. I think this will be a fair election, even if the outcome pulls towards Trump.
I hope so. I really do. Nothing is set in stone until more evidence comes out. From what I've seen, the FBI and many intelligence community members say that mail-in ballots and mail-in voting has no threat to our democracy. But at the same time, you see all these instances in the media and the news of polling places being burned down. You really don't know. I think weeks and months after the election, more and more news of what happened with the mail-in ballots will come out. What I hope is that there will be a clear and definitive winner so that the results don't have to go to the Supreme Court and split the country apart even further than it is right now.